Time for rock news on 101.1 WJRR, Orlando's rock station. Let's check in with Lynch and Taco and see which rockers are making the headlines for all the right and wrong reasons. 101.1 WJRR.
All right, rock news brought to you by our Tuesday Ticket Takeover. You can jump into either the JRR Instagram or TikTok today at 101.1 WJRR. You'll see the post there for the Tuesday Ticket Takeover. Stained and Breaking Benjamin Roadshow.
Yeah, with Daughtry as well. You can win them. Again, just go at 101.1 WJRR, Instagram or TikTok. It's really simple. And I pointed out earlier, promotions takes multiple people. So you got a lot of chances, a much better chance to win.
Rocker who's been around a while, seen a lot, and accomplished a lot would be Roger Daltrey of The Who. He has a comment about a recent trend among major artists, the habits of publicly sharing set lists before a band performs.
He's for it or against it?
He says there's no surprise left when an artist does this. He says it's being done by too many artists revealing what songs they're going to play. He added that he's sick of it, and the internet has ruined live shows for him as he doesn't want to know what's coming next.
He won't get fooled again. You know, I, as the fan, though, like knowing the set list ahead. I don't think
so you know when you
it.
go to get a beer when they're playing something you don't want to hear?
No, just so I can say, man, this is going to be great. We're definitely going to stay later than I thought we were because look at what the Stones are playing late.
I like seeing the set lists after like a big tour is happening. You mentioned the Stones, where there's a few variations on their tour every night, and then you look at, like Setlist FM is a great site where those are all posted. And you compare and contrast as to what we got versus, I don't know, Atlanta or whoever.
Yeah, I
don't know. But he has a point. I respect his opinion there. You don't have to go look at what they're going to play.
No. It's just like kids listening to the radio. The parents don't have to let them listen if they're hearing bad things on maybe the Lynch and Taco show.
Never hear bad things on this show. Let your kids listen.
Yeah. We're safe for the little ears.
Yeah, that. Eagles bid farewell to the UK over the weekend, wrapping up their 5-night run at Manchester's Co-op Live. Big arena there. Set list for the Long Goodbye Farewell Tour included hits from the band's entire career, along with some solo hits like Don Henley's Boys of Summer and Joe Walsh's Rocky Mountain Way. The Long Goodbye Tour has 2 shows in the Netherlands this week as the Eagles continue to say the long goodbye before finally retiring from touring. Alice Cooper fans freaked out over the weekend when a posting on X started to trend. R.I.P. Alice. Fans were concerned that the 76-year-old rocker might have, exited stage left for a final time. Fortunately, he's still alive. He's fine. Alice, turns out, is a goldfish who became an internet sensation last week after a UK doctor found it on his lawn. A goldfish on his front lawn, probably dropped from a bird.
Oh, yeah, 100%.
So, I guess Alice died, the goldfish that the doctor tried to rescue, and he posted R.I.P. Alice, and Alice Cooper fans were like...
Well, I mean, did he have a picture of Alice Cooper? No. So why would they... If I see Alice, I would think...
Hashtag R.I.P. Alice is all that was trending.
I would just think maybe the lady from what is the family with all the kids?
The sitcom Alice?
Yeah, it could be that Alice. I know she's probably
you're thinking
gone.
Alice, the housekeeper from the Brady Bunch.
Yeah, the Brady Bunch lady. I wouldn't immediately go to Alice Cooper.
The Black Keys parting ways with their managers, Irving Azoff and Steve Moore. A representative for Azoff confirmed the news, saying it was an amicable parting. This comes after the Black Keys' sudden cancellation of their North American arena tour that was scheduled for this fall. It was supposed to begin in September, but the dates were quickly taken off of Ticketmaster's website. The band then said they decided to reimagine the tour as something similarly exciting and intimate. This is code speak for tickets weren't selling for the arenas.
Exactly. So we're going to take them to a smaller venue. It's creative.
John Bon Jovi will not be touring in support of the new Bon Jovi album. Forever. Says his vocals still are not recovered enough from the procedure he underwent in 2022. for him to embark on a tour. If you remember the last time they toured, he really took some heat from fans for just struggling on stage. So can't blame him. Can't blame him. Flava Flav has made good on his intent to collab with Red Lobster.
What did they come up with? The first time he bought the whole menu at one of the stores.
He is now in a new Red Lobster ad. I have it on our Facebook page for Red Lobster's Crab Fest, boy. I'm not kidding.
So
he's
this is going to save the company. I don't see it.
I don't either. And I hope Crab Fest isn't going to take them down Endless Shrimp Lane.
Seems like it. Right?
Right.
Crab ain't cheap.
Metallica's Kirk Hammett. Great quote from him during an interview that actually happened a few weeks ago, but was just published, where he describes Judas Priest as, quote, the architects of what we now know as heavy metal, and the band's affection for Judas Priest. They're going back talking about the Power Trip Festival last year out in California, where those handful of just mega metal bands played over the weekend.
Yeah.
And where the guys from Metallica were spotted in the crowd during Priest's set, and they were just talking about, we got there several days early just to see all these other amazing bands that we have so much respect for, especially Priest. And he goes, we got to the point where, and Rob Trujillo goes, we got to the point where we were so into the other bands that were playing, we're like, oh yeah, we got to play.
We might need to go.
Right.
Go get ready.
Meanwhile, Sons of Metallica members announced Bastardane and Otto Summer Tour. This is Castor Hetfield, James's son, and Ty Trillo, Robert Trillo's son. They each are in bands. They're going to tour together this summer.
With?
No, those two bands.
Oh, I was hoping that they'd mix up with Metallica, too.
No. Come on.
I know. Pipe dream.
Congratulations to Five Finger Death Punch, landing their 11th consecutive #1 on the rock charts with This Is the Way.
They're a good band, man. But I tell you, I think that they could do without the I hate the word collaboration, but the mashup with what's his name?
That's the one that just went to #1.
I know
Taco,
it is. I'm
This
saying,
Is the
but
Way.
I think that you could have just had Five Fingers singing the whole song
Without DMX?
Yeah. No disrespect to DMX, but it could have. I love Five Finger.
Blackie Lawless from Wasp has been rehabbing relentlessly after undergoing successful surgery for 2 herniated discs and a broken vertebrae. Performing first Wasp concert in over 13 months. This was this past weekend in Sweden. He had to perform sitting down, which that's a kind of an odd sight for a band like Wasp and a frontman like Blackie Lawless to be sitting.
I agree.
But it's better than not performing at all.
Got to do what you got to do.
And he said that, it's either this and ramp up to it or can't tour at all.
Yeah.
They will be here later this year playing the Plaza again in Orlando.
You got to think Dave Grohl in that big chair isn't exactly the Foo Fighters.
Axl Rose.
Yeah.
They all did it.
You have to do what you have to do.
Duff McKagan continues to insist, Duff from Guns N' Roses, that The Simpsons named Duff Beer after him. Had you ever heard this?
No.
Duff originally said it was like 1988 or 89 in our management. This is Duff speaking. He says, I remember they called me and said some art house-like cartoon wants to use your name as a beer, like a college art house cartoon. He goes, I didn't know anything about branding or anything like that, but the show took off. And then they started selling merch and stuff, and I never went after him, but I'm like, hey, MFer, Now, the creators of the show deny he had anything to do with it. Matt Groening, and it's called Duff's claim absurd. And a former showrunner once wrote in a book, quote, we'd never even heard of this guy. Have you? This before Guns N' Roses completely exploded.
That's just
Duff continues to say they're just being business savvy by denying the connection.
Is his management agreeing that they were approached? Because that's... No, exactly. Duff, you said your management mentioned it to you. Have them come to the plate.
Anyway, there you go. There's your rock news for this week.
Follow us on
Garden
Daytona Beach and St. Cloud for making us your rock station.
1011 WJRR.